Hey Makkos here. Hope you're doing well. It's late. My contacts are out. I got my glasses on. I don't want to tell you what time it is. I don't want to tell you how many times I've recorded this year. I think we're into the double digits right now to get it right. All I can say is that the Chazara must go on. Okay, so we're on Dav Dalet, Amid Aleph, Masechta Makkos. Moving on with Siyata Dishmaya. Amar Rehuda Marav. We have a Chavis Mulei Amayim. We have a barrel that's full of water. Shenaf L'Yam Gadol. And it falls into the Mediterranean Sea. Again, so this barrel is filled with water. We're assuming this water is Mayin She'uvin. It's not going to be a good mikvah water, okay? So if you dip in it, it's not going to work. But the barrel falls into the Yam Gadol. It falls into the Mediterranean. We're assuming there's a small hole, so that Mayin She'uvin inside the barrel is washing out, and there's new fresh water from the Yam Gadol going into the barrel. So the Gemara says, Hatovel Sham, after this whole thing, if you dip into that barrel, Lo Aslo Tevila, that dipping into the barrel is not going to work as a tefillah, because Chayeshinan L'Shlosha Lugin, we're worried that there's still Shlosha Lugin that did not wash out of the barrel completely and is refilled with fresh water. Shelo Yehu B'Makom Echad, that there'll be 3 Lugin that will not be in one place, meaning that won't have washed into the Yam Gadol. But Dafkli Yam Gadol, says the Gemara, that's only talking about the Mediterranean, the Koi V'Kaima, because the Mediterranean stays still. Yeah, there's some waves by the beach, recommend you go. Separate beaches, of course, but out in the middle of the ocean, so where the boats are, where the barrels would have fallen off, that's pretty still. Aval Nara Ba'alma, if we're talking about a flowing river, then a flowing river, we're assuming that all the water will wash out and that new water will go in, and then it's a kosher dipping. So your first question on your sheet, I want to know, what's the difference between the Yam Gadol and a Nara Ba'alma, and why? Tanya Mihachi, we have a brayso that teaches this also. Chavis Malaya Yayin this time, of a barrel filled of wine, Shnafel Yam Gadol, that falls into the Yam Gadol, Hatovel Sham, if you dip there, Lo Aslo Tevila doesn't work, because Chayeshin Shloshes Lugin, She'uvin, Shelo Yiu B'Makom Echad. We're scared that Shloshes Lugin did not wash out, and it won't be in the Mediterranean, it's in your barrel, and it makes your barrel a not good tefillah. V'chein, we're going to teach another halacha, very similar. Kicker shel truma. This time you have a loaf of bread, happens to be truma. Shenafel sham. Now it falls into this barrel we've been messing around with that fell into the ocean, yada, 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 how not all the water washed out of the barrel, so not all fresh water went in, so it's not all kosher mikvah water. The bread falls into the barrel. Theoretically, we're talking about you put the bread in the toaster oven, got all the water out, it's still appetizing. But however, the Gemara says the bread is tameh. Okay? Sorry, Yosef, not able to eat it. Now, my b'chein, ask the Gemara, why do we need the case of the kicker shel truma? Because we already learned about a human person being tovel into the barrel, and we saw it doesn't work out too good, right? So, because the person's tameh. What difference does it make by the kicker shel truma? The kicker is also tameh. Why do you have to teach the same halacha twice? Answers the Gemara something very simple. Ma'odetema, what would you have thought? Hasam over there by the person, uki gaver achezki. We're establishing the person by his chazaka, by his status quo. He was tameh before dipping in the barrel, and he's staying tameh even after dipping in the barrel. Okay, we're sticking to his chazaka, or we're sticking to his status quo. Maybe hacha by the kicker shel truma will say the same thing. Oki truma achezki. We'll keep the truma at its status quo, his chazaka. It was tahor, and even after falling into the barrel, it'll still be tahor. No, Kamash Malan, says the Gemara, that we teach the second halacha by the kicker shel truma to tell us that it is tameh. So the second question I want you to answer, why does the Gemara bother to teach us both a person being tovel and the bread being tovel? Okay? before we move on to Edom Zomim, just one last joke about the water. So just find the right joke on the sheet. So where did it go? I really don't want to have to redo this video again. Oh, so here we go. What do you call a seagull that flies over the bay? And the answer is a bagel. Okay, moving weiter to Edom Zomim, says the Mishnah. Me'idin anu be'ish ploni, Reuben, Shimon are made on Moshe, shechayv l'chaver masayim zuz, that he's chayv to bill 200 zuz. Nimso Zomim, shocker, Reuben and Shimon become Zomim. Lokan and Mishalmin, says the Mishnah, according to Rebbe Meir, we give him Makkos and we give him financial payment as well. Makkos, that's not the same source that brings them to Makkos as brings them to Tashlumin. As Rashi says, first Rashi in the Mishnah on the bottom, Makkos mishum losana. He gets Makkos because of the pasuk losana from the Ten Commandments. Don't testify falsely against your friend. The Tashlumin, he gets the financial payment, Nishum Kasher Zomam, because of the pasuk about Edom Zomim. Okay, that's all Divrei Rebbe Meir that you get two punishments. For Chachamim Omrim, you only get one. Kol Mishalim and a Loket. Once you pay up, you don't get Makkos. We're going to see why. Similarly, Me'idin anu be'ish ploni shu chayiv Makkos arboyim. Now Reuven and Shimon say that Moshe is actually chayiv Makkos. But so Zomim, Reuven and Shimon becomes Zomim again. Loken Shmonim. According to Rebbe Meir, they're actually going to get 80 Makkos. 2 sets. Why? We have two psukim. Mishum lo sanaver yachid shaker. That's the 10 Commandments. Don't testify falsely against your friend. Mishum yasisin lo kasher zoma. And also the pasuk about Edom Zomim. Divrei Rebbe Meir. So according to Rebbe Meir, you get 2 sets of Makkos. Chachamim omrim ein lokin el arbayim. You only get Makkos arbayim. So we see 2 cases in the Mishnah. No matter what, according to Rebbe Meir, you get 2 punishments, and according to Chachamim, you get 1. Says the Gemara, flip the page, Daf Dalam at Beis, Bish Shlomo Rabbanin. I understand according to Rabbanin that you only get 1 punishment because the pasuk says Kidei Rishaso. You get punished according to your rishus, your evil act, singular act. Kidei Rishaso Ksiv. Mishum Risha Achas Atumachayvo. Because of 1 Risha, you're going to be punished. Mishum Shtei Rishuyos. We're not going to be mechayiv you because of 2 rishuyos, 2 evil acts. The real problem to figure out is Rebbe Meir, who says that you get 2 punishments. My timer. What's the reason? Amar Ula says, Gemar mimoti shemra. We learn it out from moti shemra. The case is that man and beloved get married, okay? The nice wife says she's never been married before, and obviously the man would rather get married to a lady that's never been married before for many reasons. And turns out, the man finds out that she has been married before. So what happens is the husband's father will go into Beis Din and basically claim that this lady is a big fat liar, and they're going to get 2 punishments, as we learn over there, from the 2 words in the pasuk, by Yisur Oso, the Anshu Oso, that you're going to get Makkos, and you're also going to get a mammon payment. So, Amar Ula, Kamar Mamot Shemra. We learn from that case. Now, Mamot Shemra, just as Moti Shemra, you're Loka Umishalim, Af Kol Loka Umishalim. So every case of Edom Zomim as well is possible, says Rebbe Meir, or Ula explaining Rebbe Meir, to be Loka Umishalim. Ma'ala Moti Shemra Shken Kanas. The Gemara says, no, you can't learn out from Moti Shemra because Moti Shemra is a Kanas. But is Edom Zomim a Kanas? Well, according to Rabbi Akiva, it is. So like Rabbi Akiva, then it's not a problem. If you hold like Rabbi Akiva, it's not an issue. The Amar Edom Zomim Kanasahu, as we saw before, Rabbi Akiva holds that Edom Zomimim is a kanas, and then it is possible to get Makkos and Mammon, according to Rabbi Meir, as we learn out from Moti Shemra. So, for your last question on the sheet, I want to know, why does Rabbi Meir, or how does Rabbi Meir understand you get 2 punishments? I thought the pasuk said K'dei Rishaso, you only get punished for 1. Okay, so hope you have a nice night. Hopefully it's earlier for you than it is for me. And I will see you guys tomorrow for your quiz. Take care.